Welcome to the Life After Plus One podcast, where we turn life's lemons into delightful lemonade. Get ready for inspiring stories, uplifting conversations, and all the tips and tricks to rock your single parent journey with style. I'm your host, Leanne, and it's time to embrace the adventure of Life After Plus One. So, let's dive in. Hello, welcome back to Life After Plus One. I'm Leanne, your podcast host and your single parent mentor and coach. And I just want to touch base today and talk about the negatives of single parenting without talking about the negatives of single parenting, which is what we're about here at Life After Plus One. I'm not going to sit here and dwell on the shit that your ex did and how much of an arsehole they are. I'm not going to talk about what you should do to get revenge or all these other issues, the negative stuff. We want to focus on the positives. We want to focus on how you rebuild your life, how you become a better version of yourself. And these are not going to happen if you're focusing on what has happened in the past. We're here to focus on what's going to happen in the future, how to be a better version of you and how to look after you. And by focusing on your ex and what they've done, and by focusing on their new partner, or focusing on should you message them, should you call them, should you text them and tell them that they're an arsehole or that you don't like what they're doing with the kids? Should you worry about these things? Are they things that you need to even care about? I mean, obviously, yes, when you've got kids involved, then yes, you should care. But are they things that will make a difference if you bring it up with your ex, or is it just going to start trouble? Because we are going to focus on how to build a better life and how to be positive. I'm not going to sit here and stew on things that have happened in the past and dwell on it. Oh, he did this to me, he did that to me, or she did this. We understand, we've all been there. And I'm not neglecting or depriving anyone of having their feelings or being hurt or upset, because everyone is entitled to be angry and sad and mad and frustrated and pissed off. Everyone's entitled to those feelings. Everyone is. Because I've been there. But we're not going to stew on how we feel about our ex. We're going to focus on building a better life. And if we're going to sit there and constantly focus on what they're doing with our kids and what they're doing with their new partner and what they're doing in life in general, then you're not going to live a happier life. Stewing on these things and worrying about your ex will only add extra stress and drama to your life. And do you want that? Is that what you want? Or are you here listening to Life After Plus One because you want a better version of your life? You want to see that light at the end of the tunnel. You don't want to sit there and worry about what they're doing. But how do you stop worrying about that? How do you just let it all go? How do you not care about what they're doing? Or how do you not care about what they think about you or what they say about you? It's easy. You start focusing on you. And before I go any further, I do want to apologize. I am a little bit fluey today, got the runny nose. So I may not be sounding my bright, bubbly self today. So I do apologize. And let's be honest, this is probably my body's way of saying, Leanne, you need a rest. You need to step back and have a little break. So I'm not going to do a long episode today, but I just want to chat about why I don't talk about the negatives of single parenting. Because I don't feel like we need to. We know what the negatives are. We're in it. We've been there. We see how hard it is. We know how hard it is financially, how hard it is emotionally, how hard it is to find your people, your good support network. But do you know what? I have episodes on all of these topics: finding your support network, how to manage on one income, how not to seek revenge, how not to worry about your ex and how to move on, how to manage loneliness. These are all episodes I've done. And I talk about these things because we don't want to focus on the negative. We want to focus on building a better life. We want to focus on the positives. Because there's endless social media groups and pages out there that you can ask these questions to, or you can put up an opinion about your ex and everyone will get on and say, yep, don't do that. He's an asshole. She's a bitch. And they will just get on and vent their opinions because they're usually in the headspace of being in that negative bubble. So they're going to give you a negative opinion. And is that what you want? It may be what you want. It may be you want that confirmation that your ex is an asshole, and by posting on one of these pages, it may give you that. But it's just going to keep you in that negative bubble. So you can keep posting on these social media groups and these pages full of people that are in this negative spiral. And mind you, not all of them are, but a lot of them are caught up on that negative bandwagon in that spiteful tit for tat mode where they don't want to give in to their ex, where it's not about giving into your ex. It's about realizing that you deserve a better life. And by seeking revenge and playing tit for tat games and one-upping your ex, that's not giving yourself a better life. What kind of life are you living when you're constantly in revenge mode and when you're constantly in the mode of wanting to see your ex suffer and see them hurt, and you're wanting to constantly beat them? Because at the end of the day, you need to remember this is your child's parent, whether it's their mother or their father. You were with this person for a reason. Now, you may now be seeing a different version of this person that you originally saw when you first met them, but you loved them at one stage, which may be hard to believe with where you're at now, but you did. And you've got to take that on board. You made that choice to have that child with them or children, and you've got to accept it. It's fallen apart. And it hasn't gone the way that you planned, because nobody plans to break up a relationship when you've got kids involved. Nobody plans that. So you've just got to look at it from the positive. Okay, it didn't work out. So there's clearly something better. There's a better partner out there. There's a better opportunity for me out there. But are you going to find it if you just keep focusing on what your ex is doing? Are you going to find your better opportunity in life if you just want to keep attacking them or seeking revenge on them or focusing on what they're doing with their new partner and where they're going and what they're wearing and what they're buying? What kind of life is that giving you? So this is what I'm saying, that I'm going to talk about the negatives without talking about the negatives, because I don't want to put you back into that negative bubble. And it's not me pretending like these things don't exist, because they do. They do exist. We all know they exist because we are single parents. We've been through them. We know what the horrible parts are and the ugly parts and the hard parts of single parenting. But do you want to listen to me sit here and talk about how hard it is and how much harder you've got to work to make ends meet and how much harder you've got to work around the house? And when you're sick, like I am now, you don't have anybody to help you. You don't have anyone to help around the house, with school run, with anything. You're doing it all on your own. I don't want to sit here and talk about that, because this is the stuff that we know. And we don't want to sit in this negative bubble of, look how hard my life is. Yeah, it's shit. This is my life. See what I have to deal with? No, we don't want that. It is hard. But everything in life is hard. And everything in life is going to be even harder if you're going to sit there in a negative mind frame. So yes, there are lots of negatives about single parenting. But if you're going to sit there in that bubble, focusing on them, you're never going to find those positives, which is what I spoke about in the last episode. So jump back onto that if you haven't listened to that, because there are lots of positives, but you will never see them if you're constantly caught up in that bitter, angry mode of wanting to hurt your ex or wanting to do something, and just you're not over your relationship breakup, pretty much. Which is understandable. You're not going to get over a breakup overnight, but you're not going to get over a breakup if you keep staying in that negative bubble either. So the quicker it is, or the quicker it takes you to realize that the more energy you're wasting on this person, the harder your life is getting, the more stressful it is going to become. And you're adding the stress to your life yourself. Do you think your ex is sitting around worrying about you? What are they doing? I wonder how much they earn. I wonder what they're doing. I wonder where they go on weekends. I wonder who they're talking to. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. But again, you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about that. Now, my job here is to help you with your emotions, to help you get those feelings intact, to help you get back onto the right path, because it is mentally and emotionally draining going through a breakup when you've got kids involved and you've got to keep your ex in your life. It's not easy. And you need someone to help you keep those emotions in check. And if you've got people in your life that you're just sitting around gossiping about your ex and complaining about your ex and complaining about your money and your situation and everything else. That's not going to help you. And during my breakup, I never had that. And I wish I did. I wish I had someone to say, Leanne, snap out of it. It's not that bad. And this was many years ago. And I look back on it now and you can see, you learn from your mistakes. And that's the whole idea of life. You want to look back and go, yeah, you know what? I could have done that very differently. And which is why I'm here today, to empower you, to show you how to handle those emotions that nobody else is teaching you to, because they've never been down this path. So it's quite easy to still be in that very angry mode. You're not wanting to give in to this other person for any reason whatsoever, even if it means benefiting your kids. I see endless times these comments on social media where parents are refusing the other parent to take their kids overseas. And I just think to myself, why? You're depriving your kids of this fun experience. Just because you're not with this person, it's still their parent. It's their mum or their dad. Let them have this experience. Stop worrying about seeking revenge. What you could do, instead of worrying about your ex taking your kids on holidays, you could focus on your money. You could focus on your finances and plan a way that you can save money and go, wow, I'm kind of jealous a bit that he's taking the kids away. Maybe now I need to focus on putting some money aside so I can take the kids away. Use that as motivation to better your life instead of motivation to hurt them or to seek revenge on them, because that's not going to help you. And remember, this person is not going to be out of your life anytime soon. And the quicker you start learning your self-worth, when you know your value and you know your self-worth, you know that you don't need to waste your time worrying about this other person. You don't need to waste your time thinking about what they're doing, because you are the priority in the situation, not them. So that's the biggest thing you need to realize when you're going through a breakup and you're still angry and you're bitter because they hurt you. This is your chance to now reframe it and go, yeah, okay, they hurt me. I didn't like it. I'm still hurt. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. But I deserve better than that. I deserve better. So yes, I don't like it. Yes, I'm fucking pissed off. But I'm going to find someone who knows how to treat me right. And that's how you put a positive spin on it. Instead of stewing there going, oh, they did this. It's like your boss fires you and you sit around for years and years and years being pissed off because you got fired and you refuse to look for another job because that last boss fired you. You wouldn't do it, would you? So why do you do it in a relationship when you sit there and for years and years and years and years get pissed off at your ex because of something that happened? It's like you're not making any progress in life. If you just don't go for that job again because you got fired, you're not making any progress. You're not making any money. Your life has just gone at a standstill. If not, it's gone backwards. Same when you're focusing on your ex. If you keep focusing on them and you're stewing on them and you'll keep stressing about what they've done to you, you're not making any progress in life. You're just sitting at a standstill or, like I said, going backwards. If something negatives have happened, you've got to step back and look at it and go, okay, it was shit, but what can I do now? What can I do to look after me? Because I am better than this situation. I am worth more than this. So this is why I don't feel the need to talk about the negatives, because this is not what this is about. Your journey as a single parent is not to sit here and whinge and moan and be miserable and get a whole group of single parents together to talk about how hard it is. No, it's to talk about how great it is. It's to talk about how much opportunities we have now as a single parent, how your confidence can grow, your independence. It's to talk about all the good things that can come of this situation and how you can grow as a person before you move on to meet someone better who knows how to treat you right, because you've improved your self-worth, because you know that you're not going to stand for that anymore. You're not going to stand for someone treating you like that again. So next time you start stressing about your ex or you're worrying about what they're doing, I want you to stop and think to yourself, is this benefiting my life in any way by worrying about what this person is doing? I guarantee you it's not. And that's what we want to focus on. We want to focus on how to improve your life, how to improve your situation, how to find the good in it. Not worry about the negative, not worry about the past. Focusing on the past is not going to help your future. That's what we want to focus on. We want to focus on you having a more fulfilling life. So that's why it's so important to find your people. There's people out there who you probably have, but are they the people that are saying, yeah, F them, screw them, you don't need that shit? Or are they the people saying, hey, come on, snap out of this. You deserve better than that. They're the people you need. The ones that give you that wake-up call. Yeah, fuck, they're right. That's what I need. So that's just my little pep talk today about why I don't talk about the negatives. Well, it's a talk on the negatives of single parenting without talking about the negatives of single parenting. So I'm going to cut it short today. Just a quick little one because I am under the weather. So thank you all. And just remember, I've still got all those ebooks available on my website. For the dating one, you've got the single parent guide, which goes through everything, your emotions, the what to do when you first break up and how to handle all just those things that you don't know how to manage when you first become a single parent. They're available on the website. And there's also some amazing programs that help you handle these emotions that no one else teaches you to. So if you are stuck and you're surrounded by people in this negative bubble and you don't know how to get out of it and you want that support to help guide you to a more positive life, reach out. I'd love to help you. And hopefully my voice is sounding a lot clearer. So thank you again, everyone. If you're not following me already on Instagram, jump over there. I have a lot of reels. I do a lot of behind the scenes content. So jump on over at Life After Plus One. Come on over and say hi. And thank you. I hope you all got something from this. And until next time, I'll be in your ears then. Thank you for joining us on the Life After Plus One podcast. If you loved what you heard today and looking for some further support, then jump onto our website, lifeafterplusone.com. Plus, don't forget to check out our Instagram page for further resources and inspo. You can find all the links in the show notes. And remember, you're not alone on this path. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. And in the meantime, keep thriving, keep growing, and keep exploring your amazing life after plus one.